Okay. Whoa. This is Mr.Nobody. Part 2 of The Mystical Journey. Episode
29.
So let's get right to it. A few months ago, my daughter approached me about taking DMT in the form of smoking the secretions of a toad with her. Dad, do you want to do this? I can't say I jumped at the chance. I didn't do much reading on the topic. Some. But I also figured, how can you just talk about a mystical experience or any experience? It's like trying to explain to somebody what coffee tastes like, or sex, or food, or grief. It's not possible. So I said, okay, I will accept that
Nobody dies from this.
Nobody dies from this. And that a lot of people report alleviation of guilt, grief,
Hatred.
emotions that I'm resistant to,
A state of being.
that I'm resistant to. And right there, I figure, gotta go in and see what's up. See what's up with me. I'm the steward of this spaceship. It is my responsibility, and no one else's, to make sure I don't fuck it up or have a pinhole that's gonna sink me. Or whatever. You know. So yeah, I was afraid. I was afraid to, encounter myself on any kind of drug. I don't know how else to say it but that. Having something take control. I guess that's what it is. It's relinquishing control in a way that I can trust, or supposedly can trust. And there's something I find very challenging because my son relinquished control in the most total, tragic,
And complete.
way.
And complete.
He relinquished his life for heroin, just like everybody who uses heroin does. Not because of you, but because of heroin.
And you.
But you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna relinquish your life by eating too many carrots. Okay. So let me give you the setup. They send me an email. They suggested wearing light colored
I went
clothing.
half black, half white.
My daughter wore all black, which I thought was cool. And her girlfriend wore all black.
Not important.
It was pouring rain. Like a
Tempest.
tempest. The streets were flooding, and everybody took cover. It was one of those rains that if you stepped out and you got wet from your waist down from the direction the wind was blowing the water. And I took this as a good sign, not that I
needed signs,
but that it cleared out people
from my city.
so there was less people to deal with. I actually got on the subway and made my way down the 10 stops to a very famous
Infamous
hotel where a lot of rock stars and poets and unknowns have met their demise. And somehow I was going there to meet my demise, to at least welcome in a sense of letting go, relinquishing control, shutting the fuck up.
Shutting the fuck up. Shutting the fuck up.
This should be interesting. Here I go. Man, was it ever raining. I was set to meet my daughter downtown at the location where we were going to have this experience. Just me in the rain. I knew she'd be outside, and I also knew I couldn't get there by walking. I have a scooter, not a powered one where I power it. Due to the rain, the only option really was the subway. I hadn't been on the subway in 4 months since the plague started, but I was going to go now. One little hilarious side note. As I was trying to push wet dollars into the machine to get a single ride, I smelled a burning, I don't know what you call it, a burning. And I look over and this guy with like Coke bottle glasses is standing next to me, and he's got in his lips the end of a cigarette, so it's starting to burn the filter. Somehow or other, he kept that fucking thing lit in this tropical storm. Anyway, let's continue on to the subway. Here comes my train. Can I tell you how much I appreciate you sharing this experience with me? Sitting in the train with people keeping a distance. Not the norm. Very surreal. Like something out of another movie. Not about the city I know. People afraid to get near each other. Huddled into their own little quadrants of the train. Some homeless people are in the next car taking off their pants, so I jumped up here, and I'm marking time as each station arrives and passes, and I get closer to my next destination, which is the stop right in front of this little hotel. This is our stop. Outside. Oh man. It's like a hurricane. Let's just see where we are. I'm nervous. Moments away from beginning this experience, although the experience had really started a few days before with my
anticipation.
I got out, I walked up the steps, opened my umbrella, and made it out on the street. I'm nervous. got my bearings.
Everything's closed. It's like a ghost town. I think I see my daughter. I do. Hi, guys. Oh, my God.
My daughter,
Talking to her girlfriend.
Did you ride that here?
one of the loveliest.
Most wonderful people I know.
I took the subway. You gonna go home?
And her girlfriend was on her electric
Can you
bike.
put it in a cab? In an Uber?
I mean, I think I'll need that, I don't care. It's up to you, I mean, I don't really want to worry about that. Like, I would buy your Uber. No, I know that if you want me to come in with you, I have no problem.
So her and my daughter were talking as I approached them, right in front of the hotel, in the downpouring rain, in the downpouring rain, downpouring rain.
My two daughters. Walking into the hotel.
I would soon find out that the small room that we were going to be having this ritual in, this DMT ritual, belonged to a
Famous
rock and roll singer who had died
herself from a
heroin overdose, drinking herself,
to death mostly, but then
topping it off with a heroin overdose.
Some irony.
Finishing it up.
elevator up.
I don't know why she rode her bike. It's been raining.
Maybe she secretly didn't want to come.
She wanted to come. I didn't care if she did, and she wanted to come. So now
Okay.
she's here. Like, it's stupid.
Can she leave her bike in the lobby?
She's worried about being wet.
Well, she's not just wet, honey. She's soaked.
Yeah, I know, because she
That all eventually sorted itself out. She did leave her bike, and she came upstairs and joined us.
You have arrived.
The search begins for the correct door.
Because this is construction area. Yeah, this is so strange. Okay, it just got weirder. It's gonna be right over here. It's gonna be right over here. Right here.
We find the door and start with a timid and tiny little knock.
There was a ton of emotion in that little knock. No one answered the door, so we just pushed in.
And found ourselves in a small hallway where we could hear
Some dogs. It
yipping from the next room. And in the hallway was a radiator that
was from another century,
up on some bricks, the patina from 100 years ago.
and pieces of
Art and scuffs and ghosts.
were in that little hallway. It felt rich.
Like at the end of this tiny little hallway was two doors.
One that led to where the dogs were,
And the one on the left led to the room
or the space where we were.
ultimately trying to get to.
What's so fascinating
Is not getting out right in front of the hotel and opening up a door.
but was the journey.
And the anticipation, every tactile moment, every
Pregnant.
pause, every nervous little laugh between my daughter and myself
Disintegration and recreation,
happening in the same place. And our anticipation and nervousness
all cooking together.
on our daddy-daughter day.
Okay, now we're just putting this off. Let us go in and meet the players.
Just like, hi, Dad.
Hi, good. How are you? Yeah.
Just keep it on this way.
A happy lady who was walking out of the room says, and then she says it again. Then I ask,
Because of the timing?
Oh, no, just that it's your turn and you're doing it with your daughter. How amazing is
Yes,
that?
it is.
Who brought who?
Yep.
I meet Big John and his nephew Little John, and they're very personable and relaxed. And then the lady leaves.
Bye, guys.
She doesn't seem out of it.
So how did you persuade your dad to do this?
I didn't really have to persuade him. I didn't really have to persuade him. I don't know why.
Big John introduces me to his nephew,
My nephew, by the way.
Hi, how are you?
also named John.
Makes it easy.
When most people come back, one of the first things that they start to become aware of is people they know who they want to do this or want to share
I briefly tell John about my mushroom adventures that I elucidated in part 1.
So that's my experience with hallucinogenics, which I've stopped over the last 20 years. I take a lot of notice if my daughter says something to me. I trust her.
I open up a little bit about my grief and my fear of encountering it.
I've been a little afraid because I lost my son. I lost my son. Anxiety, way of dealing with it. But this is something out of my own control. Like I know that I can't control how you're going to feel,
What you're going to experience.
Maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the goal.
Two happy little dogs come by.
Oh, hi. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. We're happy to see Daddy. Yeah.
So anyway, we blah blah a little bit about my drug history or experience.
Yeah, this is
Thing. Yeah.
great.
Yep. My son died from heroin, so my attitude towards drugs,
Some psychedelic
negative.
experience means a lot.
I can't imagine
Hatred for heroin. Somebody
who's never done that
Hatred for heroin.
doing
what I was about to do.
Hatred for heroin.
inside, I'm asking myself, am I a hypocrite?
Why do you think that
Why do you think that is?
For having this DMT
hatred for heroin
experiment? I don't know.
This.
I know I was hypocritical by drinking too much. I don't want to overjudge
I don't know.
every fucking thing, but I was medicating. Am I medicating now?
I don't know.
Am I making an excuse that my daughter invited me to something she found important?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to experience.
Hatred for heroin.
I think the reason I'm here is to encounter my fear.
My resistance to forgiveness.
Maybe that's even going too far. Maybe it's just to encounter myself. Pure and simple. Who am I? Why am I here? What do I do with this feeling
Inside me.
that I've been abandoned
And betrayed.
by my ancestors, not to put too fine a point on it? I'm afraid of those feelings. I'm afraid of what they're going to
Feel like when they mix with this.
powerful drug.
I need to encounter.
That's it. I need to encounter, and I don't even know what the word is after that. Myself,
So here I am.
love, or hope.
Fucking hate that word. So here I am.
But there's something in me like that,
I haven't been able to let go.
of how much disappointment,
Sadness I feel.
and that's why I'm here.
So here I am.
That's why I am here.
When it's ventilated like that, it has a very, it's almost like a function is very specific for the part of your brain where the circuits
What to expect.
traumas, when a person has a traumatic experience, that no matter what age, that trauma is, the memory of that trauma is stored in certain circuits in the specific part of the brain. And this vitamin DMT, what it does is it shuts down that part of the brain very abruptly. It's like a switch. And then after about, but that whole process of shutting it down and bringing it back online, and that shutting down is basically from a purely electrical standpoint, is very much a reset. And in doing so, a lot of times the circuits that get dysregulated over time with these different experiences, whether it's addictions or traumas or mood dysregulation, it allows those circuits to. It's a reset. It's one of the few things that most of the other treatments used for these kind of disorders are more band-aids. This is very. So it's truly think of it as a reset, especially if you're processing the loss of your son. This can be very, very healing.
The loss of your son.
This could be very, very, very healing. But what that does is allows a lot of material from the unconscious that you may have been holding on to, or you were repressing certain, allows that to come to the surface. And once it's at the surface, it can really be released. So it can be very healing. And there's nothing that I could possibly tell you that would prepare you. Work-wise, professionally.
What's going on?
Is this ayahuasca?
Right, so ayahuasca is metabolized to DMT, but DMT itself is the prototype of a psychedelic compound. It's very visionary. You get a 6 or 7 hour roller coaster ride with visions and shapes and colors and aliens and all of that experience. That's all typical DMT experience. Now, when you just add a simple methyl group to that DMT, unlike regular DMT, 5-MeO is much more of a spiritual, mystical type of experience. Almost like a light switch. Happens very, very quickly. It allows the ego to go offline. It bypasses all of those psychedelic realms. You go into a state that's called non-duality, white or light, pure pitch black. Once you experience it,
My brother and I can't exactly explain it.
You shouldn't even have thoughts.
shouldn't even have thoughts. Shouldn't even have thoughts.
I am amazed at how much I can't stand hearing myself talk. Do you have that experience? I hear myself telling my story and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Or talking about myself. Well, now I'm Mr. Nobody. Now I am Mr. Nobody.
So I don't have to talk about myself.
It doesn't matter what I've done. Nothing.
Like that matters.
Not really. Anyhow, it's showtime. I feel like I should interject here. So we've gone through some formalities and logistics, chit-chat, procrastination. Now it's time to experience whatever this is. In this moment, in these few moments, as I'm reading this prayer,
Healing prayer.
I'm releasing
I am love.
some very intense emotion,
I am health. I am peace. I
observing
deserve to be loved.
that I'm having some
Trouble.
Excuse me.
saying
I deserve to be happy.
beautiful words.
I deserve to be healthy.
Beautiful words.
Words about love.
Today,
And forgiveness,
my healing of body, mind, and spirit begins.
acceptance,
Forgive myself for the mistakes I've made without forgetting anyone,
I'm just noticing that.
because I am not guilty of anything.
It has something to do with my personal value.
I could not act otherwise in those moments.
And of course, so does Mr. Nobody.
I forgive all the people for whom I felt some anger.
All
I
the
accept
shit.
them because they could not be as I wanted them.
I can't unravel it all.
But I know it's
I
there.
release them,
I see it like
and I release myself from the rancor forever.
I'm not
of many,
I now cancel the past in the present
strings.
to free my future.
and the prayer is moving,
I enjoy the love of my loved ones.
It's emotionally moving.
and it's
I stop judging
making me think about my son.
and judging others forever.
Wow, did that just say?
Forever.
I now give all my pain, my errors, my illness,
In some part of myself, I don't really want to
Encounter him.
in this experience,
to source,
only
so
because
that it may transform into health, love, and peace.
I guess I'm not ready.
I accept everything as it is now,
I'm not willing to forgive him yet.
to begin to heal completely.
And there's just a
Source, you are in me.
piece of that.
I am in you.
Going on.
By my divine power and my love within me,
I've met other people that
I decide to heal my body,
seem to be at peace with their
my
dead
mind, and my soul.
Junkie.
kid,
I open my heart
and
I'm not there.
to the pure love that envelops me with its radiant light,
but I'm also
revitalizing every cell of my body.
Aware
Every
somehow.
negative thought becomes positive,
that I am
Perpetuating this.
recreating myself in a new life
that I am
full of love and joy.
getting something out of it,
I will share this love,
and that's not
communicating everything I feel.
an easy
I
thought
want to heal with all my heart
or a pleasant thought.
and then help heal others,
Many times in my life, I've been
and
motivated
thus fulfill my mission of love
by
Negative.
communication of love in this life.
emotions
Thank you, universe that already is.
more than
Positive emotions.
I sense it in myself, like a defiance, a refusal to accept.
My own healing. I hate myself for letting him die.
So they're going to make me take 3 deep breaths. On the 3rd breath, I'm going to take the shit in. Let's give a listen, and then I'll
Give you some thoughts on where I went.
Just keep it in your lungs, way back. Keep it in.
Mr. Nobody, out.